cooperating with you. Again, you are correct. Last night, after we dispersed from our little meeting, I paid Yamada's room a visit. Is there something you need? I have information I believe you would like to know. About the theft of a certain item. I know who the culprit is. Huh? Ishimaru. He stole it. I have proof as well. Would you like to see it? And then I showed him on that digital camera a photograph that had... the photograph of that very thing of Ishimaru's bedroom that I had prepared before visiting him. Of course, I deleted it right away. As I thought 'twas him. But how? It was supposed to signal if he or I approached it, which is why Ishimaru forced me to take it. What? Please forgive me. Ishimaru threatened me. He threatened you? Last night, Ishimaru suddenly came into my bedroom. What happened then pains me to recall. He forcibly... What? He even took pictures and said if I didn't help him, he would show them to everyone else. I'm sorry. I had no choice. He's a criminal, an unabashed criminal. That monster, I knew he'd fallen off the deep end, but I never imagined he would go this far. Oh, Yamada, such an easy mark. It's like he was born to be deceived. I speak these words for the first time in my life. I'll kill him. I'll annihilate Ishimaru. Please wait. If you go now, you'll be walking straight into his trap. His trap? Ishimaru is planning to escape from this place using what he stole, and his sights are set on you. He's planning to escape? Then he could it be? Ishimaru intends to kill you, yes. What? Also, he can keep it for himself. That monster. Monster. Are you comfortable letting such a barbarian continue to run free? I will not let him run free. I will save her. In that case, would you join forces? I just so happened to have a plan for such an occasion. Huh? A very special method that would allow us to not only retrieve it, but also to escape from this academy. And that concludes my flashback. To whom are you speaking? Don't worry about it. Yamada agreed right away. The effect that item had was quite considerable. The power of love, however twisted that love may be, is a corrupting force. It's no hold barred's plan with you, dudette. While we're at it, was Yamada the one responsible for that ridiculous costume? Yes, and it caused so much more trouble than I bargained for. I quite simply asked him to prepare something that could be used to disguise one's face and posture. I had no idea he would prepare something like that, further solidifying my poor choice in accomplices. And why'd you have to frame me on it, dude? Because you're an imbecile. That's it? You, on the other hand, were perfect. Your stupidity far exceeded my expectation and was of great help. Though I feel very sorry for your parents. I'm crying on the inside, dude. Though, when going over the plan with Yamada, how did you explain to him having to play dead? You mean what Yamada was supposed to do when it was revealed he wasn't actually dead? This is what I told Yamada. When you show yourself again, having pretended to be dead, say I was on the verge of death but my wounds were not fatal. And Yamada believed that? That wasn't all, of course. It was the plan I presented to Yamada. I was supposed to kill someone else while he was being questioned. In doing so, he would have an alibi and be free of suspicion. He believed every word. One of the oldest tricks in the book. I just told a lie at his level. In truth, he didn't even question me. He believed that lie until the moment that hammer collided with his head. So you truly did intend to betray him from the very beginning? Naturally. Under this plan, the final death of a person who was feigning death would provide quite the boon. Just how little do you value human life? Less than a shard of a broken poker chip. I was simply doing whatever it took to win. You sound like Toads, dude. In his case, this truly is a game. I don't think we can ever be compared that way. In that case, what drove you to go this far? Was it for the money? Are you talking about Monokuma's 10 billion yen? While that is a considerable amount, that is, in no way, my only reason. From the moment we began our wretched lives in this academy, I could think of nothing but getting out. But weren't you always saying that we needed to accept our fates, dude? Lying through my fucking teeth. Every waking moment, it was all I could do to endure this, more than every last one of you. I wanted nothing more than to get out of this hellhole. Do you know why? Do you? Because I have a dream, and to live with my whole life in this place was to throw away that dream. There is no way I could do something like that. My participation in underworld gambling tournaments, betting my life for enormous sums of money, it was all because of my dream. What's your dream, Celeste? To live in a European castle. A castle? And surround myself with the most gorgeous men in the world, dress them as vampires and make them into my own personal secret service, doubling as butlers, thus transforming my world into a world of perfect aesthetic decadence. My dream and my objective was to live out my life in that world, my life's work. Had I been able to add Monacuma's 10 billion to my underworld winnings, I could have achieved that, but that's as far as I made it. Regrettably, my dream has been shattered like a falling teacup. But I have no regrets. This is simply the result of me fighting for my dream until the very end. Yeah, you're passionate about your dream, but you seriously killed 2 of my friends just for that? Are you saying I should feel guilty? You're wasting your breath. I neither think anything nor feel anything about sacrificing others for my own sake. That is simply how I was made. Isn't it amazing how differences in morals can make a conversation so awkward? You took the words right out of my mouth. And how can you be so calm right now? Don't you get it? You're going to die. How can you not be afraid? I'm quite proud to say I'm amongst the most talented liars in existence, and not just to others. I can even deceive my own emotions, not even unconsciously, but consciously. So you're not afraid? No, I am not afraid, so please kill me as many times as you'd like. However, should I ever be reborn, surely I will be born as Marie Antoinette. If that happens, you'll just be executed again. That laugh coming from her somehow felt like a poor imitation. She said she could even deceive her own emotions, however, that itself was probably her final lie. In the end, she couldn't even fake her own laughter. You done yet? Alright then, let's get going. It's punishment time for the Order Disrupting Villain. I prepared a very special punishment for Celeste Ludenberg, the super duper high school roller. Let's get this ball rolling. It's punishment time. One last thing, Kirigiri, I'd like you to have this. Does that truly bring hope? I was never able to believe it would. And that's why? No, it needed to be said. Have a wonderful life, everyone. And may we meet again in our next. A Versailles-style witch burning. On fire, being hit by a fire truck. 10 out of 10. I agree. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's execution is over. I could never sympathize with Celeste for killing 2 of my friends, but even still, she, too, was a friend. And without even hesitating, he... Ah, quite the pickle indeed. Once again, people had to die because you guys can't let go of your connections to the outside world. You're still young. You should value your lives a little more. Jeez, how long is it going to be before you guys can finally bear the hope of the next generation? I couldn't care less about hope. I withdraw my candidacy, so let me out. It doesn't matter what you want. You guys are the embodiment of hope. And my preordained destiny is to drag you guys down into the depths of despair. Kinda sad, but there's no getting around it. Cut the crap, would you? How long do you intend on putting us through this? What the hell is your objective? God, you're boring. Could you maybe stop asking that question? Anyway, Celeste gave me a key, didn't she? Celeste gave you a key, didn't she, Kirigiri? What's it to? Was that? Before I answer your question, you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to my body? What? Answer me. What did you do to my body? You're making me nervous. What did I do? What do you mean? I have no idea. Not a clue. What are they talking about? The puppet master did something to Kirigiri's body? What does she mean by that? Looks like sparks are starting to fly, so I'm gonna slip out the back before things get bad. You guys continue enjoying life here in the academy, okay? If you get lonely, call me anytime. I'm not coming, though. Catch you later. And Monokuma disappeared, leaving us stricken with despair behind. However, our despair wasn't complete. We did have one tiny sliver of hope. That was... Hey, Kirigiri, I know Monokuma asked you about it earlier, but what was that key you got from Celeste? In all likelihood, it's the key to one of those lockers in the dressing room. Huh? Then did she... I presume that's where she hid it. Where does a wise man hide a leaf? In the forest. We should see for ourselves right away. Yeah, you're right. We left the classroom in a hurry and headed for the dressing room. As we drew near the dressing room, Kirigiri turned back to look at us, saying in a low tone, I'll take care of the rest by myself. Everyone else returned to the cafeteria. I'll let you know what I find when I'm finished. Why only you? Isn't it obvious? As she spoke, Kirigiri glanced at the security camera. That's not what I mean. What I want to know is why you. There's a chance you're the mole. Then I'll go too. You? Please, let me do it. Squabbling over this here will just attract unwanted attention. Suit yourself. Thank you, Takami. Very well then, we shall be waiting. See you back in the cafeteria, dude. Huh? Nagi's going with Kirigiri? Ah, I get it. Break a leg, Nagi, with a girl like that. You just gotta make the first move and you're all set. Not paying any mind to Hina's misunderstandings, everyone went back to the cafeteria together. We should get going too. Yeah. In the interest of time, let's get started right away. Kirigiri pulled the key she had gotten from Celeste out of her pocket and inserted it into one of the lockers. She slowly opened the locker and inside... Good morning. Feels like it's been a while. It's alright, thank goodness. Coming from Kirigiri, that was a surprising sense of sincere relief in her voice. I did exactly what Celeste told me to. I stayed quiet and did make a peep. And also, I should be able to access the files from this hard drive soon. Tomorrow at the earliest. I'll keep working at it just a little bit longer, okay? Anyways, that settles that. In this case, yes, you could say that has been settled, but can we stay here just a little bit longer? I'd like to hear your story while we've got the chance. Please, Kirigiri, what were you doing all by yourself? Is that why you came with me to have this conversation? But it's something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. I'm concerned about you, Kirigiri. Concerned? When you went missing during the investigation without saying a word, yes, I was concerned. And then you wouldn't even explain yourself. You keep doing this, and it's natural people would suspect I'm the Puppet Master's mole. You too, do. You do, too, don't you? No, I don't. I believe in you, Kirigiri. You believe in me? Why wouldn't I? What's so unnatural about trusting a friend? That's why I wanted to talk to you. I want you to believe in me too, because we're friends. Alright. I'll try believing too. Believing in you. Then... Okay, I'll talk. I'll tell you why I disappeared and where it is I went. You see? What Kirigiri told me then, in all honesty, came as a surprise. Despite the fact I had just declared I believed in her, it wasn't something I could easily accept. So I waited to confirm it for myself with my own eyes, and when night time rolled around, I set out. There's no cameras or TV screens in the men's room on the second floor. It's in the supply closet there, along the back wall. Am I really going to find what Kirigiri told me about? At the back of the supply closet in the men's restroom? At a glance, it looks like your normal everyday supply closet. Is what Kirigiri told me really hidden in this place? She said it was along the back wall of the supply closet, didn't she? But I don't... Without any real reason, I placed my hand on the supply closet's back wall, and all of a sudden, I was being sucked in. Thump. As I heard a loud noise, I went bounding through the wall, not having any idea what was happening. Crash. I collapsed into the room behind the supply closet. Huh? So basically, the wall at the back of the supply closet is some sort of rotating door, and I'm on the other side, exactly as Kirigiri said. In the men's room on the second floor in the supply closet there along the back wall, there's a hidden room behind that wall. And this is it, that hidden room. And what exactly is in here? There's a huge volume of files here, even some old yearbooks too. It's all covered in dust. Among those files, my eyes were quickly drawn to a volume at the end of the shelf. High school, or Hope Academy student register? This is the only thing that isn't coated in dust. Has someone handled it recently? I casually picked up that file. Before I could see what was inside, my attention was drawn to a single sheet of scrap paper that had fallen out of it. What's this? You must not leave this place. That's kind of unusual. I would understand it if it said you cannot leave this place or you must not leave this place, rather than you must not leave this place. What's this? I'm getting lightheaded. I have this weird feeling like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave this place. I feel like I've heard them somewhere before, but I can't remember. What do I do? What do I know? What don't I know? A noise rang from within my head. It was the sound of my brain rattling around, and the next moment there was darkness. Nothing made sense. It began to incomprehensibility. And so it began as whatever. It was some time before I opened my eyes again. It seemed I'd lost consciousness after being hit, and that was all I knew. That was all the dull throbbing in the back of my head could tell me. It was an empty bookshelf. Huh? They're gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registrars, and even the scrap paper on the floor. It all just disappeared. What the heck? This was the most cohesive thought I could drag from my rattled mind. The pain in the back of my head had begun spreading to the rest of my body. Anyway, I should head back to my room and get some rest. I dragged my heavy body and scrambled thoughts out of the hidden room and towards my bedroom. Somehow I managed to make it down the first floor of the school zone. The more I walked on, my eyes were glazing over and I couldn't make out the details of my surroundings. I collapsed where I stood, forming a little ball on the floor, and that next moment, I could hear something in the distance. It was faint, but there was definitely something. The sound is coming from the gym? I collected all the energy I could muster and staggered into the foyer of the gym. The sounds grew fiercer as I grew closer. Is something going on? There's obviously something going on. It's coming from inside the gym? I quickly poked my head into the gymnasium. When I did, the sounds grew even more intense. The superhuman battle unfolding before my eyes, well, at least one of the two kind of fit the human description. Anyway, I was frozen in place, unable to avert my eyes from the conflict. It was like I had forgotten how to move, how to breathe. What's the meaning of this? Answer me. What's the meaning of this? Turning against me. This isn't what you agreed to. Agreed to? I have made my decision. I will stand idly by no more. I will play your games no more. I will be enslaved by my past no more. I have resolved myself to fight against you. What? Really? But you know what'll happen if you do, don't you? I can't imagine you've forgotten about the hostages. What the heck is this? And what are they talking about? Hostages? Then does that mean the Puppet Master's mole is...